Shows are sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. That's to Bowers once again. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Taysom Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Raiders now at 2-5 to start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Smith now to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline.
And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
After the interception, here's Smith. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Raiders 14, Chiefs 7.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw here. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dalton Kincaid, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw is Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Flush to his right.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Slot man moves right. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. That is caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Mahomes. The quick slant caught.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Pacheco.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. That is caught. Kincaid with it. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this one incomplete, threw down at the feet of his receiver. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the first-round pick, Xavier Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. Now he's free at the 35 and down to the 27-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Once again, it's Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Raheem Mostert with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free-possession game.
Trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now Geno. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 4th down, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Play action. It's Smith. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Geno. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. That's to the former Cardinal and Raven. It's Hollywood Brown. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Mahomes will throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That's pulled in at the 32. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Geno now to throw. Throw left side to Kincaid. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
They snap it to Smith. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Now first and goal.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Isaiah Pacheco
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, Raiders 35, Chiefs 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2nd and 6. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on.